In 2050, there was more plastic in the ocean than fish.
We don't want this. What can we do?
Plastic is everywhere, in our clothes, bottles, pens and shoes. It can be used for almost everything. How can something seem so good but cause so many problems? Every year, 400 million tons of plastic are dumped. This is one full garbage truck every single minute. It ends up on dumping sites, and some of it ends up in our environment and the ocean by the wind or rivers. Unfortunately, this is not all. Plastic takes up to 450 years to biodegrade. This means that the world of our great-great-great-grandchildren will be polluted by the plastic we throw away today. The plastic does not stay in the ocean, gradually becomes smaller and smaller. At some point, it is so small that fish think of it as food. When we then eat the fish, the plastic also ends up on our plates. And there are microplastics, smaller than a grain of sand, that are found, for example, in sea salt, which you season your food with. And there are nanoplastics, which aren't visible with the bare eye, but can be detected in drinking water and even in beer. Wow, imagine my father hearing that. Well, I don't want to eat or drink plastic, but there are two other important issues. It's not good for tourism, because no tourist wants to spend vacations on a beach full of plastic waste. Without tourism, there's less income for locals, and it's bad for fishermen if they don't catch fish anymore, but only have plastic waste in their nets. Less fish means less food and less income.
What can we do?
You might think that if we just burn the plastic waste, the problem will be solved. Unfortunately, it is not. On the contrary, this solution is quite unhealthy. Burning plastic produces very toxic smoke, which pollutes the air. Instead, don't throw away plastic on the street, but throw it in a trash can. Better yet, pick up any plastic trash that's on your path and throw that in a trash can as well. Did you know that cleanups already happen every day in Kenya? Although that certainly helps, we probably won't manage to pick the equivalent of a truckload every minute. The key point is to avoid buying plastic. Here are two important steps. First, if you use plastic, use the one that is more durable and make sure to use it over and over again. So choose to reuse and give some of the packaging a new purpose. Secondly, let's avoid thin single-use plastic completely. Bags, cutlery, and cups are made of single-use plastic. Let's avoid that and choose to reuse, as well as reduce the single use of plastic.
We believe if we children do these 3 steps, we will make a big difference.
Sometimes there's no alternatives to plastic.
So check out how some companies manage to turn plastic waste into a cash cow.
The 3 key operational points for this company is the waste collection, the waste separation, and the waste recycling. Taka solution basically accompanies the product from offloading to waste separation to recycling. That means that the plastic product as disposed becomes a plastic pallet that can be sold to plastic manufacturers in general.
Most of our art pieces are made using hands. So for example, if he needs to make like a small giraffe, typically a small giraffe will use about 4 flip-flops. So he'll come here and get the shape of that giraffe, and then the 4 flip-flops will be glued together using glue to make a block.
They're smart companies, aren't they? But let's not leave it to the adults. Let's get involved.
Change the use of plastic and change your future.
Reuse, reduce, refuse, recycle.
Together we will make a great deal.
Make your friends aware that we need to avoid plastic waste.
And like and share this video.